What's good, fam? Hey, listen, I'm in a great mood. You know why. You done already read that title. You done seen that thumbnail. Listen, today we doing gumbo, folks. So look, I'm gonna go over these ingredients. Not really go over it, we just gonna fly over them, but I'm gonna show you some of the stars right here. Look, we got Dungeness crab, we got the clusters, right? We got king crab, on the other side of the island. Lobster tails, look, we got a lot of, man, we got a whole lot of, right? I'm just gonna say it that way. Now listen, if you guys wanna see the whole ingredient list, don't forget, as always, it'll be down in the description box below. Hey, with that being said, I'm not finna over talk it, we finna get it, folks. It's been an hour, right? I just kind of like cut it off like the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And look at this right here. Oh yeah. You can smell the air. Man, you could just smell it. This right here is gonna be fire, folks. Listen to me, because I'm not gonna show this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a strainer over here on this pot right here, right? And I'm gonna pour this inside of that because we want to get the seafood stock, right? So real simple. All you want to do is strain it and keep all of this, away from that. And you want this to be as pure as possible. All right, folks. So look, if you come in here right here, you can see I got the stock right here, right? Look at the color of it. It's the type of shrimp that I had used, and that's why it came up that way. If you guys don't use the ones, and especially if you're not using the whole body, that whole part of the shell and that whole body, it won't be this, as orange or reddish as this, right? But either way, I can tell you, it's awesome. I'm at a loss of words. Now, I want you guys to come on in here and look at this right here. Now we're getting ready to get into this roux. This is what it's about. Look at that flame right there. You see that flame? We don't want to be too hot. So I start with like a little bit under a medium flame, or what I think a medium lowish, in between medium low and medium, right? So I got my vegetable oil. I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that in right now because we want to bring that up to temp, right? Listen, whatever you're gonna use to do your stirring, because we're making a roux. We don't want to keep, what we don't want to do is just put it in here and then leave it. Once I start adding this flour to it, we're gonna stay with it. We're never gonna stop doing it. Now, I'm gonna just start sprinkling a little bit in here like this. Now, this is the way I do mine. And I got it. Some people, they don't do it this way. I've seen people dump it all in there. But the way I was raised, when it comes to, getting down in the kitchen, you introduce everything in increments, right? So especially this right here. Just check it, look at this, and look at how I'm doing it. I want you guys to notice I'm not stopping, right? I'm moving this right here across just like you see. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my butter, right? We're gonna let this work. And this is what once this is melted, we're gonna watch that color, right? But remember, we're gonna keep it moving. You can see it's cooking. I got the pot at the right temperature, folks. This is what you wanna see. I'm gonna get out the way so you guys can look down in there. That's what you want. We just want this to just melt all the way. So now we're gonna get into this roux making 101, right? I shouldn't even probably have said it that way because it make it seem like it's a lot of steps or a lot of stuff to learn. It's real simple. It's with the control of your heat. You don't want to cook it too fast because it can burn, right? I hear people say, you can burn it, but I'm gonna just say this. I've never ever done it. I'm not even trying to pop my collar, you know what I mean? I just take my time when making a roux. Now, for those of you guys that have never done this, you know what I mean? This is gonna be key. We're gonna look for color. We want this to turn, this is gonna become a peanut butter, color, and then you can go a little bit darker and start getting it a little bit more dark, almost like a chocolate, you know what I mean? But the key is, once you start making your roux, don't walk away from it. If you notice, you guys don't know because I'll be cutting the camera. What I'm doing is, I don't never stop, you know what I mean? I just keep it going. And I like to use a flat, square edge, wooden spoon, because I like to come across this and just make sure that nothing is sticking on the bottom. You know what I mean? These are just like insurances for myself. Now I want you guys to take a look at it, right? You can see the color starting to change. Now we looking like peanut butter, right? It's smelling good. Oh man, that butter. Now listen, there's so many ways you can do this. You know what I mean? Sometimes I start off by putting my andouille sauces in the inside, doing that. I get that flavor and then I take that out and use that. But I'm gonna show you how I really wanted to focus on this right here. Listen, because we made this great stock, the seafood stock, that's gonna really give it a whole lot of flavor. And I just really wanna concentrate on showing you guys this. You see that right here? And I'm not going too much more than this right here. But look, you can see there's no flakes in there. And that's another reason why I didn't put the andouille sauces in there, because I leave the, everything that comes off, all the oils and all of that flavor in there. So it might confuse some people. They could say, hey, you burnt the roux. So they think, because you guys are watching it on a video. But those would be all the seasoning and everything inside and do it. But I just wanted to get this down pure so you guys can see it. This is what you want. You can go a little darker than this if you would like, but this right here is a nice color. You know what I mean? You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and start. tell you guys, listen, we want to add some chicken stock to this. You know what I mean? Because look how this is. This is, I would call this like a concentrate. You know what I mean? But you're not finna stick crab in. Right? So we got to get this in there too. Come over here, you can look. look, I got a bowl right here. What I did was I put a little bit of, rice on here, right? So now, I'm gonna take this, and I just wanna get this right in the center, right? So once we get this in the center like that, then when I lift it up, boom. I know y'all seeing right now, like, hey, how did he get that? If you guys wanna know, just take yourself some Pam, get yourself one of these little small little bowls like that, spray it, wipe it around, and then it won't stick. Come on in, take a look at this right here. Hey, and I gotta stand true to what I said. This goes out to my folks, Jay and Summer out there in Little Rock. Hey, I told you I was gonna do it, homie. Check it out, gumbo, baby. Now, with that being said, you guys, look, there's a whole lot of goodness. I done had a little time to let it cool off. And before I work with this, especially on camera, cracking this and doing all that, I'm gonna take one of these right here, because look, AB deserves one, right? I gotta have one of these right here. So listen, if I'm gonna go in and get me something, we gonna get some real meat here. This is why we do the king crab, right? Oh yeah, look at this right here. Go in here. That's why we pay that money, that little extra, so we can get it out like this. Look at this right here, folks. Come on. I'm trying to get it out here where it's whole. Let it pull that part through. You see this right here? That's a whole lot of goodness. Now, I'm gonna go in right here because I can. I ain't gonna double dip. I'm gonna hit it just a one time like this, come over the top, and then I'm gonna say this to y'all. Cheers, folks. Ooh. It ain't often I'm at a loss of words. And you know what? Let me get my butter, all of that, because I do it all. Now hold on. This right here is just, hey, this is a perfect video for you guys to follow, especially if you had never ever made it. You know what, I'm hoping that this will give you the confidence to make it, because it's really in that root, right? Now, I'll put down in the description box, so you guys can look at the ingredients, because of those of you guys that don't want to make your own seafood.